Welcome to Kimmy's World. I decided not to put in the intro on this afternoon. Today is going to be a serious topic. Viewer discretion is oh shoot. Viewer discretion is advised. The name of the topic today will be self-defense or MURDER. Update in the Austin Metcalf case. We will be clearing up rumors in this particular live. So I ask each and every one of you all, if you want to know more about this case and you want to bring awareness about this case, I strongly urge you to go ahead, take this moment right now to go ahead and share the live stream. Now, we got some polls going up right now in the live stream. If you look in the chat area, you will see a poll there. Go ahead and give me your answer. What do you think? Before you even hear about anything, what you already know, go ahead and cast your vote. Now, if this is the first time you have tuned into Kimmy's World, I want to formally welcome you here and ask you while you're here, go ahead and sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Also share this broadcast. And if you have yet to subscribe to the broadcast. Also, membership badges are available. The link will be pinned in the comment area. Cash apps are greatly appreciated. The Cash App is running along the bottom banner of this particular screen. Also, super chats and super stickers are accepted as well. Right now, we have a super chat goal going on right now. The goal is 50 super chats. So hopefully we can reach our goal. I know with each and every one of you all watching, you will do your part to support this live stream. That's what it's all about. It's about support. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. I'm not going to waste any time with the formalities. Welcome, Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, Facebook. So we have Facebook and YouTube tuned in right now. Let's go ahead and cut this music and get on with the show. This is a serious topic. We actually got into this topic on this morning, and there's been a lot of misinformation going around. Can y'all hear me? Is the sound sounding? Can y'all hear me? Hold on a minute. Let me send this out. Could you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? I know y'all can hear me. And then I'm going to go ahead and get on with this show. Okay. Hold on just a minute. I went live a few moments early. Caden is getting himself together. So I said, let me go ahead and go live. I just came in from tutoring. So I decided, let me just go on and hop on here and go live. Let me see what y'all saying. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut this music. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Carolyn. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, like I said, this morning we got into the conversation this morning about Carmelo Anthony. Y'all know, if you don't know, you're going to find out in this live. We have police records. We have videos. We don't have video of the attack, but you're going to learn a lot about this particular case. I've taken all day. I've been researching, trying to find credible information, and I am only going to stick to the facts. I ask you while you are watching this, do not put things, listen to what is like the information I'm going to bring forth. A lot of people, I'm telling you, there's a lot of misinformation going around. You're going to be mind blown. Most of all the information that has gone around has been misinformation. And we're going to clear that up on this evening. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a particular video that's going to clear up the rumors. Then we're going to go to the police report to see what actually transpired on that day. All right. Y'all go on and hit the like button. Let me see. Are y'all participating in the live stream today, girl? Let's see. Let's see what y'all doing now. Let me see. Let's see, child. Hold on just a minute. Let me see if y'all are hitting the like button. And if you not, Lord have mercy. Oh, I didn't even put the likes up for y'all. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Y'all not hitting the like button. Is it up? Hold on. Let me fix something real quick. I took the likes off. Hold on a minute. Let me add it back. Y'all just hold on just a second. Let me add some stuff to this live video. And then we're going to get into it. Where'd it go? Okay. While y'all are waiting on me, please go ahead and share this video to your pages. Trust me, I'm not trying to stall. I just want to make sure. Where is it? Everything. Okay, here we go. Everything is together. Okay. All right, well, let's roll. All right, I'm getting ready to share my screen. We are here. All right. All right. Boom. Here we go. All right.
All righty. We're good. All righty. So real quick, I want to start off by saying real quick that my comments are represented today by the Next Generation Action Network that have been working with the Anthony family from the advocacy standpoint. I'm not the Anthony family attorney. Of course, you know, the Next Generation Action Network is no stranger to this line of work. And we have been representing families for the last 10 years from an advocacy standpoint to get to the bottom of this situation. The Next Generation Action Network, since the past week, have gotten thousands of calls regarding this situation and making sure that our organization was involved in this situation because of the growing tension of racism and bigotry involving with the case. I want to start off by saying that I appreciate the Deputy Chief, John Stretch, from being able to come here to meet with us, as well as the Assistant Police Chief, Darren Stevens. These are two individuals who are currently over the investigation that is currently.
So I don't want to play the whole thing. I really want to get to the nick and cranny because it's a 35-minute video. So basically, he's just giving his introductions of who he is. He is kind of like, to me, is like an NAACP in the Frisco, Texas area. He's just seeking that Carmelo Anthony gets a fair trial and that we do not turn this into a race war. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to fast forward it just a little bit and let's see where we are.
Tragedy. Anytime a child is lost, we mourn as a community. Our Carmelo Anthony's Sixth Amendment right.
Here it is.
The strategies of the threats that's being spreaded and how Frisco police is ensuring that Carmelo Anthony's Sixth Amendment right, fair and public trial is fully respected. Let's make it clear that absolutely we have the full permission and trust of the Anthony family and authorized for the Next Generation Action Network to speak today. Today in this meeting, we talked about and was able to give them graphic images of what this family has had to deal with for the last couple of days. It is sad. These graphic images not only display children with knives, Black children with knives stuck in their head.
Wow.
The Anthony family's address. We saw when this case first started that people were putting online that when Section 8 was accepted into the Frisco neighborhood,
wow,
that became the lead of the downfall of Frisco. We have saw so many different hateful images, just hateful things. And the Next Generation Action Network wants to reiterate that Carmelo Anthony has a right to a fair trial, unbiased, and removed of racial hate and bigotry. I want to make it very clear, and I say this from my heart and my own personal reference. If someone wants to say race is not in this situation and shouldn't be, well, I asked all of those people to join me in calling it out. But don't look at Black people and say, don't always play a race card. We don't play the race card, we live it.
That's a fact.
We live a reality. We also feel that the bond that Carmelo Anthony is on is too high. We do. Because
So if you all didn't know, come on, Carmelo Anthony has a $1 million bond right now. He's a 17-year-old teen. He has $1 million bond. So what they're trying to do is they are trying to reduce the bond amount.
Because guess what? We've been here when Aaron Dean was arrested. We was here when Amber Geiger was arrested. $200,000. The system,
Wow.
it has a problem in it. Now, what I want to be able to do is,
I'm going to fast forward a lot of this.
and so I really appreciate the police chief coming to meet with us today to answer all of those questions that we have had. And so at this time, I'll just open it up for questions.
Dominique, what exactly did you ask police to do, and what exactly did they tell you they would do, and is it enough?
Okay, break that down. Just give me that again.
What exactly did you ask Frisco Police in your meeting today to do about these allegations of racism leveled against this family?
So let me say this. In this particular video, if you want to, you can go and watch the whole 35 minutes. I'll make sure I pin it in the description of this particular video, but we're going to move along because we got a lot of information to cover. In this video, he talks about the photos that have been going around with Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. Those are Photoshop. Those are not real photos. The photo that has been going around stating that Austin Metcalf, before he got to the track meet, had weapons on him, and those photos were not his. Also, the rumor that is going around, y'all, I'm telling you, it's all over social media. It's everywhere. The rumor that is going around stating that Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony knew each other is a lie. They did not know each other. He goes on to say that they may have known of each other because I believe both of them played football. So of course they didn't go to the same school, but you know of people, but you don't know them. Also, the rumor that went around that Austin Metcalf was getting into, I guess, an altercation with Carmelo Anthony's girlfriend, and he took his cell phone, he smashed it like the day before all this. This was a lie. I don't know who's pushing these false narratives, but there are actually this particular organization sent out kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of like a cease and desist to a content creator. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing the screen, and I'm going to actually show that. I wasn't gonna show that right away. Okay, let me find it real quick. While we excuse me, while we are waiting, please hit the like button. Okay. Here it is. No, is that it? Hold on a minute. I've been sending myself these links all day. I thought I had it. Dadgummit. I ain't gonna worry about it. If I don't have it, I don't have it. So that's what that video was primarily about. It was also speaking about that the Austin family, as far as right now, they have a public defender. They have an attorney that is issued by the courts. And he brought that out in that particular video. They do have, well, they had a GoFundMe. But what actually happened was, I think I put it in the link of this video. Did I put it in here? They actually had a GoFundMe, but people reported it because they were saying that they did not want someone to raise money who unalived somebody else. So GoFundMe stopped it, and now they have another one. Now, as far as to date, let me find it. Does anybody, do y'all see the link? Hold on, let me look in the description. I know I put in the description of this video. Hold on just a minute. Let me find the actual link and we can look to see. And then we're going to go over the actual arrest report. When we go over this arrest report, y'all are going to be blown away, really. Okay, so they actually, it's called Gives in Go. I guess that's what it is. Let me go there and then we can actually look at it. As of right now, let me share my screen. This is what they have raised for their legal defense for Carmelo Anthony. They have raised $252,000 and $252,000. Y'all see it, child. I can't get it together. And this is for the official support fund for Carmelo and his family during the challenging and difficult time. Now, for those of you who are like, why are they raising money? One is for the defense. Two, these individuals cannot leave their home. I don't know if that's part of the reason, but the husband and wife can't leave their home. Their address has been leaked on social media. They have been they have death threats on them. Like, it's pretty dangerous for them. Y'all know how social media work when somebody docks your address. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go over this arrest report of what actually transpired that day. We are only going to deal with the facts here at Kimmy's World, no hearsays. I think given the fact that you all have the information that you have now, that everything that you know about this case has not been true, and we're going to deal with the facts. So let me go ahead and pull this arrest report up. Okay. Y'all know me, child. I need to be called a paperwork queen. All right, here we go. Boom, here we go. So this actually happened at 6927 A Stadium L in Frisco, Texas. It does not seem like it happened at the school. A lot of people are saying it happened at the school. This was a track meet. This happened at a stadium. Anyway, it happened on April the 2nd. Oh, they called him an adult? No, they didn't call him no adult. Wow. All right, let's go on. It says alcohol use, no. Drug use, no. That debunks that on his part. And also there was a rumor that was going around that the video that you just saw that I did not play all of it, just partially all of it, stated that Austin Metcalf had Molly's in his system, and there was a false toxicology that was submitted online, and it has been floating around online like it's some official document. That is a lie. It's not true. You all do know that it takes between 4 to 6 weeks or better to get a toxicology report. You're not going to get no toxicology report when they do autopsy 2 days after. It just don't work like that. So that's not true. So those rumors are a lie. So anyway, you can see he was 5'9". This particular gentleman, he weighed 130 pounds. He was very small, very small. So just put that in mind. So anyway, oh, they call him an adult male? Girl? It says narrative. Adult male was taken into custody following a stabbing caught on FISD property. Wow. Okay, let me see what y'all saying before. Okay, y'all ain't saying nothing. All right, let's go back to the document. It says on 4/2, April the 2nd, 2025 at 17:04, which is 5:04 in the afternoon. No, on April the 2nd, 2025, which is 10:01 a.m. That's what that is. I, Stanley School Resource Officer E. Cortez, heard over the radio dispatch call out a stabbing, call at David Kaikendo Stadium, blah, blah, blah. Now, the FPD call notes indicate that an athlete was stabbed. The suspect was reported as being a black male wearing a gray hoodie and blue sweatpants. I immediately left my office and ran across the Stanley Middle School parking. Oh, they was at the school. My bad, y'all. I didn't say that right. They was at school. Dang, that was a nice stadium. They was in the school parking lot towards a southwest entrance into the stadium. As I entered the stadium, 2 high school age students informed me that the victim was on the north end of the stadium by the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent. I did not identify these students. Next, I proceeded towards the north end of the stadium, visitor side, on foot. As I got closer to the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived onto the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. I was not able to identify that witness. That individual that was pointed out to me was a black male wearing a gray hooded sweater and dark colored Nike pants. The suspect at this point was on the track on the north end. Okay, let me clear up this rumor as well. In the video that you all just saw before we started to go over this, the gentleman actually cleared up that both individuals, meaning Carmelo Anthony, was on the roster to run that day. He was supposed to run. So there was a reason why he was there. Also, Austin Metcalf and his brother was on the roster to run that day. Both of them were going to participate in the track event. So let's just clear that up. All right. There was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, "I was protecting myself." It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. I asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence area that led off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect in handcuffed behind his back, and had him sit down on the ground. Now, Officer A. Ricky had arrived on the scene at that time. I conducted another pat down of his person and then searched his person after he gave me consent. No weapons were located. So the knife went on him. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. The suspect then responds and says, "I'm not alleged. I did it." Dang. Next, Officer Ricky and I walked the suspect to the patrol vehicle 2412. This officer, a Ricky patrol vehicle, which was on the north end east gate of the Cairo Kendall Stadium. As we were walking to the squad car, the suspect was emotional and said he put his hands on me. I told him not to. Wow. I did not question the suspect about the incident while he was escorted to the patrol vehicle. I searched his person once again, and I had him sit in the backseat area, driver's side of the patrol vehicle 2412. While the suspect was in the back seat, I noticed fresh blood on his left middle finger. I verbally acknowledged that I saw the blood out loud so that it would be captured on my body-worn camera. It should also be noted that the suspect asked me, "Is he going to be okay?" Wow. While he was in the back seat. So I'm not in support and not in support of the situation. I just want to be neutral right now. To me, it seemed like he didn't intend on unaliving him. To me, if he's gonna have that much care, like, is he gonna be okay? That's just to me. I then identified the suspect. He provided his name and date of birth verbally as Carmelo Anthony, black male with a date of birth of blank, which I ran through the FPD dispatch. Officer J. Hancat arrived on the scene and remained with me and the suspect at this point. Carmelo was then checked via e-school database for FISD students to also confirm his identity. The identifying information he provided matched the individual, and I had in custody Carmelo Anthony. Next, I was advised by Sergeant Holland to transport the subject to the Frisco PD jail. Officer Hancock and I transported him to the FPD jail. Again, I did not question Carmela Anthony about the incident. Upon arriving at the Frisco jail, Carmela was escorted in the intake area. FPD jail staff changed him into jail attire. I remained with the jail staff the entire time that he was changed over. The clothes that Carmela was wearing was placed in an FPD paper evidence bag. The clothes remained in my possession from this point on. Upon Carmela being placed into a jail cell, I continued to keep possession of his clothes. I returned to my patrol 2412, along with Officer Hancock, which was in the FPD Sally's Port, and placed Carmela's clothes in the back trunk area. I drove patrol vehicle 2412 out of the Sallyport and parked the squad car in the FPD patrol parking area. Kamala's clothes remain in the trunk area of vehicle 2412. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go on down. Here is, so on April the 2nd, okay, let me look at the chat real quick to see what y'all doing. I don't think it was intentional. Me neither, but, I don't want to sway y'all. I really don't. We're going to stick to the facts. All right. Here we go. On 4/2/2025 at 10:01 a.m., Officer Ricky, was wearing a full Frisco Police uniform, and I was operating a fully marked Frisco Police Vehicle 2412. About that time, I was dispatched to the report of the stabbing at David. Let me see. Is this not? Okay, I already read that. Let me scroll down. Okay. This is the same thing. Okay, we're going to get to this part here. I'm going to start here. No, let's start up here. Let's read the whole thing. On Wednesday, April 2nd, around 10:01, Frisco Police Department officers was dispatched to Frisco Independent School District, David Kendall Stadium, 6927 Stadium Lane, number A. Frisco, Collin County, Texas, in reference to a stabbing victim call. Frisco Police Department emergency communication was receiving an emergency call regarding an athlete that was stabbed. The originally unknown assailant was a black male wearing, okay, we read all this. Sergeant Otis was working the 50 sector as the sergeant. He was in full Frisco police uniform with distinct patches and badge and a police duty belt. He was also in a marked Frisco Police Department patrol vehicle 2315. He was relatively close to the call and placed himself on it around 10:02 hours and responded to the call with his patrol vehicle's overhead emergency lights and sirens activated. He arrived to the call around 10:06. Sergeant Oatis arrived to the stadium and began walking up to the location. At around this time, Officer Cortez and Officer Ricky were walking a black male subject, the suspect, away from the stadium. The suspect was crying hysterically. Wow, man. Please see the other involved officer narratives for their involvement. And we already read that. Sergeant Oatis walked up to the visitors' bleachers. Wait a minute. Let's park this right now. He said the suspect was crying hysterically. I'm sorry, y'all. To me, I feel like this boy just didn't mean to do this. He did not. But we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Let me keep reading. Wow. All right. Sergeant Oatis was, okay, I read that. Now, this is going to be important. Sergeant Oatis walked up to the visitor bleachers and observed the victim being treated by Frisco Fire Department personnel and also the athletic trainers. The weather began to turn and it began to heavily downpour rain at this time. Some of the FISD staff moved the memorial tent to cover the victim and the FFD personnel. Sergeant Oatis began using his city-issued phone to snap crime photos to preserve as much of the scene as possible due to the weather and the large gathering of people that were involved in the incident. Other officers began to set up a crime scene with tape, moving non-essential personnel out of the immediate area. The officers on scene were informed that the knife that was used was tossed and was still to believed to be somewhere close. Eventually, one of the witnesses said that they remember seeing it on the bleachers. Officer Schultz was able to locate the knife. Y'all listen to this. It was located between rows 9 and 10 near seat 30, closest to the aisle, partially open. We're going to park this right here. Can anybody, I can't highlight it. Can anybody guess why this is important? We talked about it this morning. We talked about not knowing what type of knife it was. Was it a pocket knife? He said the knife was partially open. If it was just a straight knife, it wouldn't be partially open. It had to be either a switchblade or one of them pocket knives like we talked about this morning. A lot of people, is it true he stabbed him in the heart? A lot of people, we were saying this morning that, a lot of country people use pocket knives. So he could have just had that pocket knife in his bag, because like the gentleman said earlier, before I start reading this document, they didn't know each other. The pictures that came out, if you are coming in, everything you know about this case was not true. They didn't know each other. They never had an altercation. Let me see. What else did I say? The situation with the girlfriend is not true. The pictures that were floating online, not true. The toxicology report, all of those was lies, y'all. And I'm talking about it's been running like wildfire on social media. All these lies. Anyway, let's get back to it. I see John said, is it true? Was he stabbed in the heart? I don't know. We're going to keep reading. Okay. The rain began to come down again heavily, and it was determined that instead of moving the knife, the officers would cover it up with a large blue tarp. Sergeant Oatis assisted in preserving the immediate crime scene as much as possible, while the other personnel tended to the victim and eventually transported him. At around this time, Officer Wetzel had the crime scene log and began logging the individuals on the call to the best of his ability. Lieutenant Crawford and Pemberton relieved Sergeant Oatis at the scene. Okay, let's see. Sergeant Oatis' city-issued phone has a total of 33 photos that were used to document the incident scene. During the download, the initial photos formatting was incompatible with the crime scene folder. He re-downloaded the photos that he took, and they were able to be saved properly for preservation of evidence. At this time, there is nothing further to add to this report. Let's see. So this is the same thing. Okay, so this is describing the incident. It says, when I arrived on the scene, I grabbed a rope. Okay, I read that. Okay, it says, the victim, Austin, and the suspect, who was later identified as Carmelo Anthony. Anthony was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. That was Austin, let me see, Anthony was the alleged suspect. He was the one that stabbed Austin. Now, Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under the team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me, and see what happens. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony. And then Anthony told Austin to punch him and say, oh, I didn't know that. Back up, girl. Oh, I did not know that. Let's read this again, girl. So he said, let me read this again. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under the team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag. So let me break it down. The white guy told the black guy he needed to move from under the tent. The black guy grabbed his bag. He opened his bag, reached inside, and he proceeded to tell the white guy, touch me and see what happens. They said no one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and also proceeded to touch him. And then Anthony told Austin, the white guy told Austin to put, now that don't even sound right. He told Austin after he probably nudged him, but it said he touched him. I don't know. And he said, Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what they talking about, the knife, recalled as a black knife, and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest and telling everyone to get help. Dang. Blank advised he did not know Anthony's name, but stated another Memorial Track member, Blank was friends with Anthony and he could identify Anthony. Blank describes Anthony as a black male, skinny, possibly with a goatee, short puffy hair, wearing Centennial High School clothing. This concluded my contact with Blank. I then was instructed to start a crime scene log. Wow, y'all. So let me ask y'all something. I see so many things that's wrong here. I believe both of these individuals could have stopped this incident from happening. Number one, the victim could have just walked away, because apparently, which is not in this report, Anthony had permission from his coach to go down to the tent. And Austin took it upon himself. Now, these two high schools was rival high schools. But, both of them, one, I see something wrong. Anthony shouldn't have had a knife in the first place. Because if you don't have it, then you ain't going to use it. Two, Austin should have never took it upon himself to tell him to get up out that tent. And then after, let's say, Carmelo Anthony said, if you touch me, see what happens. And Austin should have just turned his back and should have just walked. He should have just walked away. He would still be alive. Not saying he's at fault for not walking away, but I believe they are both at fault. Both of them could have chose two different paths. Both of them could have de-escalated the situation. But in the state of Texas, they do have a thing called stand your ground. So remember, Austin Metcalf has a twin brother. His twin brother was there. Now, if you know anything about Austin and his twin brother, both of them was football players. You read in this report that, hold on, y'all. Hold on just a minute. Lord have mercy. People, mama be calling. I said, she know I told her I was going live at 6 o'clock. Anyway, but what was I saying? Dadgummit. Anthony could have just left. That was a threat. It's just, he pushed him. He was scared and ran away. Oh, that's what I was saying. Texas is a stand your ground. And so he felt threatened because, mind you, the twins were football players. Carmelo Anthony was 130 pounds. Y'all, that is small. To be 5'9" and 130 pounds, I'm sorry, that's very tiny. And then you got these two big cornbread fed football players. And I don't know how he touched him. It's funny how they use those words. I'm not trying to say anything, but it's funny how whoever did this narrative, whoever gave their testimony, said he said touched him or punch. That don't even sound right, y'all. I'm sorry. This doesn't sound right to me. It does not. Let me go ahead and let y'all look. Since y'all have the report, you know what happened now. I'm going to show you the video of the father. Let me find it. Well, before I show you that, I want to, because the narrative that has been going around about Carmelo Anthony is that he is a thug. Y'all know all that's been going around. So we are going to watch a video with Carmelo Anthony. Hold on just a second. Let me share my screen. Girl, I told you I've been digging all day. You read a totally different, wait a minute. You read a totally different version? Girl, there's no adult system at the track meet 10. Don't know a lot about track meets. No, it's just the coaches and then the parents, like the parents go. But it's a lot of stuff that go down at these track meets. My daughter used to run track. It's a lot of stuff go down, honey. And it's just a lot of stuff go down, y'all. Lord, come on, share the screen. Oh my word, come on. Y'all, my screen unlocked up. What the world? Oh gosh. Why does this do this? Hold on, y'all. Oh my gosh. Can y'all see me? Okay, y'all hear me. Okay, we bet. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I don't know why this is doing this. Here we go. All right, here we go.
You're a very personable guy. I can tell, like, talking to you right now, you're a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
And like, just like you're no matter what you do, even if God forbid this doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Alright, so like, let's say we are gonna watch one of your videos tonight. What would it be? Like, give me one.
What you say, bro?
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Right.
A little more to the right. See the TV at least.
Nah.
Yeah, this is our tailgate, so we'll go to the right so I can see the fucking TV.
Oh shit! Hey, bro, you don't gotta talk to him like that, bro. He didn't.
I'm just saying, maybe. Hey, can you just
move,
bro, please?
No, hey, bro, it's okay. Just move.
He doesn't mean like.
It's okay, move, but
I don't mean to be a
but I know, but you have to talk to him like that. No, I'm saying this is my guy though, bro. Like, no, bro, you cursed at him and stuff, bro. All you had to say was, hey, bro, can you please move? It's just respect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. He don't mean it like that.
Is he drunk?
I don't know, but maybe.
I just don't like disrespect, bro. He can talk to me like that. Don't talk to him like that. He just doing his job.
Hey, we're good. Hey,
let's just respect each other, bro. For sure.
I'm not trying to be. No, yeah.
You cussed at him, bro.
Bro, he's in the fucking way the TV is my tailgate. I can see
you didn't have to cuss at him though, bro. He's not a child, bro.
What's wrong?
No, he just,
hey, back up. What's your problem?
No, he just cussed him out, bro. And I was like,
he said y'all get up. He asked you to get up. Hey, what's the problem?
Is he drunk? Because if he's drunk, then it's okay. I'm not. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
No, nobody was arguing with him or nothing. He just cursed at him like he was a child. And I was like, hey, bro, you don't disrespect everybody, you know? No, I'm just explaining to you what happened.
Okay.
For sure.
Good. Have a good day.
For sure.
Wow.
Don't walk up to him.
I'm not walking towards him. I'm walking that way.
Hey, you're.
So why is this particular video? Okay, so why is this particular video relevant to this? To me, it's relevant because it shows you that Carmelo Anthony is not a confrontational guy. He was trying to diffuse the situation. He really was. This is a totally different incident. This has nothing to do in relation to the unalivement of Austin Metcalf, but this also shows character for Carmelo Anthony. So I felt it was imperative to show this because he's not a thug, y'all. He is not a thug. So anyway, let's go back and okay. Let me see this particular video here. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this. Okay. Let me play this. I'm getting ready to share my screen just to let y'all know that the information that has been put out thus far has been a lie, child. These people lying. Good.
What's trending in true crime, authorities are warning of misinformation deliberately being spread online in the case of the stabbing death of a high school student who was killed at a track meet. 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony is currently charged with first-degree murder in the death of Austin Metcalf. Now, he's being held on $1 million bond, and police say that Anthony told them that he did it and asked officers if it could be considered self-defense. So now police are warning that there's incorrect and possibly very damaging information being spread online about the incident. So we're asking, what kind of effect can fake information have on a case? Let's talk about it. Let's bring back in attorney.
So basically what they were saying is with the fake information that's going around online may have a huge impact on like jury selection. You know what I'm saying? Because the juries are getting all this information. And you got to admit, everybody watch social media. Everybody's on social media. This fake information is everywhere. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It is everywhere. You cannot run from it. So it has a lot to do with jury selection about what the public is thinking, because who's the jury? It's going to be the public. It's going to be the jurors are your peers. So that's why I wanted to show that video. And let's move on to some more information here. Okay. I'm going to show you the video of the brother actually doing an interview. All right. Let me share my screen. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please. And thank you. And thank my moderators for holding it down.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Also grabbed his backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So yeah. Just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. There.
Okay, so his name is Hunter. So this is Austin's twin brother, Hunter. Let me close out this so my screen don't lock up again and find this other video of the father. Here we go. Boom. And let me share this video. Now, Carmelo Anthony's family, I have not found any video footage, any news articles where they've said anything. They have been quiet, which that is the right thing to do. Just keep your mouth closed. And I hope and pray that they get the correct counsel. I don't know if y'all hear me or not. My computer cutting up again. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Did I not just click that? What's the truth then? Do you? Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Mm-mm. Wow. Didn't I just say that? Yeah, I just played that. I definitely just. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that whole video? Please tell me y'all saw that whole video. Lord, please tell me you did. Please tell me I did not cut it off before y'all was able to see it. Okay, so I think that's clear. Y'all didn't see that gummit? What y'all say? No, we couldn't see it. Lord have mercy. Okay, let me go back. Lord have mercy. I thought y'all was watching it. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Let me share, chat. I thought y'all was watching it. Good. All right, here we go.
Unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know, they weren't there. I know the truth. So unless you were there, unless you saw it, don't spread gossip.
Just to ask you this one question, like I had mentioned, the self-defense argument made by the suspect. What's your reaction to that if that's used in court or used?
You know, as a defense attorney, they're going to try every avenue. That's their job. The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me what happened. There was never a punch even thrown. So I don't care. There was never a phone broken. We've never had contact with this individual ever. So unless you were there, I don't appreciate all the gossip and all the mistruths that people are speaking at this moment.
Is that shocking to hear or read, or at least hear from me say that that's what he told police after that moment?
No, what do you expect? If you're caught, the best thing you're gonna do is try to lie your way out of it. Now, I'm not saying he's a liar, but the truth and the facts, justice will prevail. It has nothing to do with me. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect.
Okay. So that's the father. And as Coffee No Cream was saying, this Joker has made an appearance everywhere, y'all. He is really talking. And just to let you know, I'm not trying to do a smear campaign on nobody, but the twins' parents, they are not married. They're not together. But you know, because the narrative was trying to spin that Carmelo Anthony came from a family, a broken family. His daddy went in the home. His parents are married. And I heard some other things, but I couldn't verify, so I'm not gonna say about his brother. I don't know. Y'all probably heard it too, but it's probably a lie. So I'm not even gonna repeat it. If you all want to cam up, let me know what you think. Let me see what the poll is showing right now. Let's see, what is the poll showing? The poll saying yes. So I'm gonna end the poll and I'm gonna do another poll and see, since y'all have all the information now, that's all the information thus far, debunking all the lies. What do you think? I'm gonna drop this poll. And be honest. I want to know what you think. And we will be following this case. I think this is really important. Do you think it was self-defense? I think this case is going to be very, very important. Now, y'all do know that one of the reasons why they are trying to minimize the charges, because right now is first-degree murder. And the reason why they're trying to minimize it is because, let's see what first-degree murder holds. I know it holds the death penalty, but it holds something else, first-degree murder in Texas sentence. So in Texas, a conviction, Lord, I can't even talk, for capital murder is equivalent to first-degree murder in other states, carries a sentence either life imprisonment or the death penalty. Do y'all hear me? The death penalty, with the possibility of parole after 40 years for juveniles certified to stand as trial as an adult. Now, Texas is also a stand your ground state. What does that actually mean? Texas is a stand your ground state. Yes, Texas is a stand your ground state, meaning individuals have the right to use force, including deadly force, in self-defense without a duty to retreat if they reasonably believe they are in imminent danger. And so here's the thing. If I was Carmelo Anthony's defense team, y'all, I hope and pray he get a fire attorney. That they use to defend, self-defense. Carmelo Anthony was 130 pounds. These boys, they were like over 200 pounds. They were cornbread fed. And you get two twins, two boys, two white individuals. I know he felt threatened. Now, does it mean that it was right? No, but in the state of Texas, it is stand your ground. And you can use deadly force in self-defense without a duty to retreat if you reasonably believe you are in imminent danger. She said, Kimmy said the picture of him and the twins. Yes. Everything you all know thus far about this case is a lie. The photos are a lie. The photos of them together. These two individuals did not know each other. The photos are a lie. The narrative of the girlfriend and they met each other at a party or something like that and got into an altercation, that's a lie. The toxicology report, that's a lie. It's just a lot of misinformation. I went ahead and I cleared up a lot of the rumors. If you want to, you can rewind, go back to the beginning of the video, and you will be able to see it for yourself. She said, that's Texas. You can defend yourself. Texas, Georgia, Florida, no good for young black men. Yvonne, okay, I said that. They need the GoFundMe so they can get him a good lawyer. Catherine, girl, they already got one. We already talked about that, girl. So if you want, You can, let me go ahead and copy this link, share my screen. I have the link posted in the description of this video. If you feel inclined to do so, you don't have to. But both families have, the other family have a GoFundMe. They've raised over $300-something thousand for, I guess, funeral expenses. That gummit, they did it again. Okay, here we go. Can y'all see that? This is their GoFundMe. They have raised $254,691 thus far. If you want to donate, you want to copy that link, put it on your social media platform, send it to your family members. He needs an attorney. Right now, he has a public appointed attorney. He does. The YouTube people been doing this to us. I don't know what you're saying. The YT people been doing this to us for as long as we can remember. It is what it is. Girl, they're going to need a lawyer like what ASA Rocky had. Yes, Lord. They are going to need a top lawyer in that state for a young black man. Listen, everybody need to give. I'm telling you, I believe it was self-defense. I do. I'm sorry. That's my feelings. You have an opportunity. The link is in the comment area. If you disagree with me, come on. I want to hear what you got to say. Even if you do agree, I want to hear what you got to say. I'm opening up the panel. You can go ahead and come on in. Come on in the room. The twin family has 2 GoFundMes. No, what? They got 2. Capricorn Camille TV, is that a rumor or is that real? Let's find it. Cause I don't like no rumors and stuff. Let's find it. Austin Metcalf, go find me. Okay, boom, here it is. He has, let's share my screen. Y'all know I can find it, child. Boom, here we go. All right, so here is, if you want to donate to him, so be it. To his family, this is honoring Austin Metcalf to help his family heal. Child, just gonna help them heal. $298,332. Their goal is $330,000. Yeah. And you said they had 2? Well, the mother and father are not together, so the other one might be the mama. Let me see. I don't see 2. Wait a minute. You might be right, girl. What? Girl, shut the front daggone door. Shut the front door. I was right. One of them is the mama. Girl, oh my God. Yo, what the entire world? Oh my God. We are honoring the life of Austin Metcalf. What? What? Girl, this. What the heck is that? I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. So the daddy got to GoFundMe to help the family heal, and he almost got 300-something thousand. Then the mama got one too for 130. Y'all, this is absolutely in freaking insane. I don't know. Am I wrong? Y'all put in the comment area. Do y'all agree with this? This is crazy. Oh, I don't want to turn this into no race war. I really don't. I really don't. She said, that's ridiculous. I cannot believe this foolery. But they want to take Carmela's money. Get the heck out of here. You got, wow. She said, my bad if you already covered that. Nah, we ain't covered this, girl. Was it you that who dropped the tea? They had 2 GoFundMes. Who dropped that tea in here? That was Capricorn. I'm about to highlight that. That was Capricorn Camille TV. She dropped that, baby. She said the father, something is off with him. They need to rethink asking Lee Merritt for help, Carmela family. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Because I thought Lee Merritt is not even, he put out a statement saying that he's not even on his case. Wasn't that right? They have a public defender. As far as this past Sunday, the court appointed them a public defender. And I don't know if anybody has stepped up to the plate yet. I've been looking all over the place. She said, oh, Lord, I'm just going to sit back and see what happens. This is dirty before the case even starts. Girl, this is a whole mess. Y'all, oh, my God. This is a mess. No, public defender won't work. Well, he has the funds. This is Carmela Anthony's official fund. If you want to give, like I said, share this particular page out, send this to your auntie, your uncles, your brothers, something to help this young man. I believe it was self-defense. Get mad at me if you want. Let me see what y'all saying. Everybody's still saying yes, they believe it was self-defense. We are going to, do you think it was self-defense? 90%. We had, how many people voted? Child, only 10 people voted, but that's all right. I'm going to end the vote. It is what it is. I know the replay game will come in strong. We're going to continue to cover this. I do want to be one of the content creators that is putting out correct information. So if you want to share this particular video to your pages, your Facebook pages, go ahead. Facebook, thank you for tuning in. I know Facebook will catch it on the replay. Public defender not gonna work for this case. He gonna need the best lawyer. Girl, he gonna need some bulldogs. You hear me? Some straight pit bulls. Y'all, I gotta get up out this chair. My daggone hip is on fire. Oh, my Lord. Okay. My bad if you're okay. I read that. Let me scroll down. Lee was going to help the family decline the offer. Wow. I'm too passionate to come on stage for this one. Wow. I understand. I don't agree with the first agreement. I don't either. I told y'all Texas is a stand your ground state. It is what it is. He has been held on. And so they're trying to reduce the bond. Like, I don't know if they were supposed to go to court today, but shoot, he's a daggone public defender. Whitney, where's Attorney Ben Crump? Like, wouldn't this be this wouldn't be considered no civil rights case, would it? Child, where's the ASA? He needs some help, child. He needs some help. I don't know anybody, somebody need to help him. And you're right, ASAP Rocky would be the one, because ASAP Rocky he got out. And this particular boy, he was defending himself. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. No, it ain't no civil rights case. Thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. We'll pick this back up tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time for coffee and conversation. If you are watching this on a replay, I know a lot of people can't catch it when it goes live, but thank you so much for your support. If you want to send a super thanks, it is greatly appreciated. Y'all have a great rest of your night. And until the next time becomes the right time, I'll see y'all later.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. 'Cause you're just that subscriber. Like and subscribe.